Hey folks, how are you doing? How have you been? Luducium here, and I'm gonna play some ranked play, I guess. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Yeah, let's do some ranked play. We'll play as my Shaman deck, which I call the Zookeeper. It's mostly anti-Warlock Zoo oriented, but it can do okay otherwise. So, let's give this a shot. I have real problems against priests and generally mages. Priests, I think, more so than anything else because they can simply outlast. But if this is a Zoo Warlock, I should have a pretty good shot at it. Now, I had to make some adjustments because I had such trouble against things like priests, so I put Lotheb in there. But we are going to keep the Deathlord, throw everything else back. I hope this is a Zoo Warlock. And stuff like Feral Spirits is great. Doomhammer is good for just picking off stuff. Unbound Elemental, of course. I wish I got Lightning Storm or something like that. I didn't, but that's okay. Yeah, this is going to be a Zoo lock. That's fine. 2 Feral Spirits will get me through the day. So we'll start off probably with a Deathlord, followed by Unbound Elemental, followed by things like Feral Spirits, Doomhammer. So he's gonna do that and hit me for 1. I'm going to coin and right into Deathlord. Coin, boop, Deathlord, and off we go. To a good start. Lightning Bolt could be useful, but not quite yet. If I can get a healing totem, all the better. Really puts a hamper in these plans. Nope, nothing. Okay, that works for me. Unbound Elemental, and we'll hit your Voidwalker for 2. Fortuna. What do you got? Dark Iron Dwarf. Okay, so he's gonna run that in. That's fine. Get himself a 4/4. That's fine. Soulfire, that's not fine. I'm not thrilled about that. At least he loses the Defender of Argus. Alright, well, we are going to Feral Spirits, methinks. And I might as well kill that thing. Because I was going to lose this anyways to the 4/4, so I might as well get rid of it. And he gets a Doomguard, which is a little bit unfortunate, but could be worse timing, so it's okay. Lightning Storm here would be wonderful. I do not get the Lightning Storm, so I'll play another Feral Spirits. And unfortunately, that's going to lock up my mana for a little while. Oh well. So, I really needed the 2 Lightning Storms that were in my deck. And I took out the Fork Lightning, unfortunately. The thought process that I didn't need it. Well, at least that's gone. Gives him 2 1/1s. I guess he's hoping, yep, to hit that. Well done. So this might not actually work out in my favor at this point, unfortunately, because I think I might be dead this turn. We will definitely pop that. Definitely see what we get. Whatever it is, probably not good enough. No, I'm dead. He should have lethal. So, might as well concede 3, 5, 8. Whatever. Okay. Yeah, I needed those Lightning Storms. The Lightning Storm shut this down pretty quickly. I didn't even check how much that was. 3, 5, 8 plus 3 is 11. Then he had 4, he had 15. I think, yeah, he had lethal. So, we'll try that again. I hope we do get another Warlock. I hope. Nope, Mage. In retrospect, in the future, if I do get Warlocks, I should always mulligan for the Lightning Storm. This time I'm not going to keep the Lightning Storm because I usually don't need it against the mages badly. But I need a Fire Elemental less. And I get the Lightning Storms anyways, because of course I will get them when I need them least. And when I need them most, they are nowhere to be found. It seems to be the way. Maybe it's observer bias, I don't know, but it seems to be the way for me. We are definitely going to Storm 4 Jacks here and just kill this before it can grow out of control. Yep. So I wonder if this is a secrets deck. Seems to be a popular thing now amongst mages. Well, at least around this ranking. We are not going to Feral Spirit because we can't. Instead we will cast Healing Totem and pass our turn. Healing Totem is nice. Makes our other totems very hard to kill. Well, with the mage's hero ability at least. And the mage plays a Shield Bearer, which is understandable. I'm thinking I might play the Feral Spirits at this point, because they'll absorb that damage, and then I can even kill the Shield Bearer, hopefully, in a turn or two. Or deux. Alternatively, I could have tried for a Storm Totem, and just taking this thing out with my Earth Shock. Are you going to play a secret? No, you're coining to 4 mana, so what are you going to do for 4? You are going to play a secret. Why did you coin? 2 secrets. I see. Oh, because, yep, Sorcerer's Apprentice. Got it. Interesting. So now I'm definitely going to Earth Shock. Well, we might as well see if we get the right totem. We do not. Oh well. We are going to Earth Shock this thing. Counterspell. That's annoying, but not the end of the world. I'm just going to hit this thing, so that way it can die to this on the following turn, or if I have the mana, I can just Fire Elemental and kill it, depending. He might have... oh, that's really bad. Well, he doesn't have Counterspell. This is going to help me. Good. And we'll play a Shield Bearer. See if he has Mirror Entity. He does not have Mirror Entity. I could Lightning Storm this round. Or I could play Loot Hoarder and get a totem out, which I think I'd rather do. Hopefully it's... nope, it's not a Stormwind totem or whatever it's called, which would make my Lightning Storm a little bit stronger, a little bit more reliable. So if it's not a Mirror Entity, it could be an Ice Barrier. It could be an Ice Block. What else could it be? I don't know. But this is good. Knowing that it's not a Mirror Entity, I feel relatively comfortable playing things like Fire Elemental there. And could be a Vaporize. Let's see if it is. Ice Barrier. Okay. We can work with that. Plus I got another Hex, so if he puts out another Ethereal Arcanist, we will be hexing that thing. So this is nice. It survives the Flame Strike. Not for too long, but for a little bit at least. And I will be most definitely putting out the Mana Tide totem. Let's see what we got here, by the way. We got our totem there. I'm putting out the Mana Tide, and hopefully this lives for a little while. I do get Ysera, which is great. I'm hoping my opponent does not have Polymorph, and we'll leave my Ysera alone. If he has Frost Shock, no. He has Faceless Manipulator, though. So that he's going to get a card that way, which is kind of annoying. So I have several options. I'm thinking my first option is going to be to summon a totem, depending on what this is. Wrath of Air Totem. This lets me play this with impunity, making sure I actually kill these two things. Alternatively, I can use Fire Elemental to kill this one thing, Lightning Bolt to kill the other, which also works. Yeah. I mean, this way I get a creature out, and I'm not delaying putting creatures out, because if I used Lightning Storm, I couldn't have put a creature on the board and stuff. And I can also play Ysera, which is going to be nice. Another Flame Strike. How annoying. That's both of his Flame Strikes gone. Both of my Fire Elementals gone as well, which really stinks. So we'll go ahead and Ysera now. If he has a polymorph, so be it. I hope he doesn't, but he might. I'll play a secret. It could be a vaporize. It could be any number of things. Very annoying. Another secret. Also very annoying. I don't have many creatures. Iron Beak Owl, of course. How exceptionally annoying. That still leaves me with a 4/11. So I could. Let's see if I get a Wrath of Air Totem. Please? No. That stinks. I'm still going to play the Unbound Elemental. And we are... Ooh. Okay. You know what? Out of all the possibilities, that's the least damning one. Please kill that. Yes. We'll just kill that with the Ysera and move on. Still has a secret, which I hope to test with something like my Searing Air Totem, or Searing Totem. That card draw is annoying. I haven't been able to get through to do damage to him. He could have another mirror entity, and I'm not sure what else he could have. But I really don't want to give him a creature through mirror entity. Let's test out the secrets with Ysera, I guess. Ice Barrier. Could it be a Vaporize? Yeah, I don't want to give him any of these potentially with mirror entity, so I'm just going to pass my turn. It's probably mirror entity. It could also be a duplicate. I hope if he does have duplicate... Oh crap. Well, that's fine. Because I can hex. We'll see, it could be a spellbender. We'll find out, I guess. Let's find out if it's mirror entity first. It is not. Let's see if it's a spellbender. It probably is. Counterspell. Okay. Alright. It's fine. Buff Ysera up a little bit. Enough to do that. And then let's see if we can get the right totem this time. We did. We got the Wrath of Air, which means we can cast that. Clear his board. And then we can go ahead and attack for some damage. No more Mr. Nice Guy, but also no more importantly, that's not what I was going to say. I was going to say no more Flame Strikes. So we can feel reasonably well about that. We can't feel reasonably well about these goddamn owls silencing my crap, but that's okay. We'll work around it. I am going to play Doomhammer here. And I am going to play one of the Laughing Sisters that will kill the owl with ourselves and also hit our opponent. And then we'll get 6 damage in. And now it's just a matter of chipping away at him because there's only so many cards at this point that he can get that will really help out and clear the board. And I have quite a bit. I wish I could bounce Ysera back and recast it. I can't. So I'm kind of stuck, but... oh well. So, you think you're clever, sir. But I might summon a healing totem. I did not. Okay, never mind. Let's see what this secret is. Is it a Vaporize? It is. So that's the card I would prefer to get Vaporized out of all of these. Attack with the Sisters. We'll summon Lothab just to make sure that on the next turn he can't cast spells as easily. And move on. So Lothab adds a 5 casting cost to any spell my opponent might have, so a secret would cost him 8 mana. Not that it matters, he only has 1 card, so it's like, alright, there's 8 mana for a secret, but who cares? That's all he was going to be able to do anyways. So he destroys my Wrath of Air Totem and casts a secret. Alright, so let's check out the secret. Is it Vaporize again? It is. So it kills our 1/1. We'll summon ourselves a totem. Another Wrath of Air Totem. Do our damage and let's say well played. And finish this off. So that was fun. It was a fun game. That was a good secret deck. I could see that deck working really well. Actually, maybe not, you know, top tier, but it's a good fun deck. And if I had more mage secrets, I might actually try to play something like that myself. I'm missing, I think I'm missing Vaporize, I think I'm missing Ice Block. I have Ice Barrier, I think it's Ice Block, and I'm missing Spellbender. I think I have one of those, I don't know. I would want to have all the mage secrets, I think, for that deck. Now, I'm playing against the Hunter. Feral Spirits is great. I think I'll keep the Feral Spirits, the Flame Tongue Totem, and the Lightning Storm, in fact. It's a slow start, because it's 3 mana plus overloads, but on the other hand, Hunters tend to zoo a bit as well, and this should be pretty good against stuff like that. So my Hunter opponent goes first and coins into a Loot Hoarder. Fair enough, okay. I'm not going to be able to do anything really this turn except for summon a totem, which is exactly what I am going to do. And we get a 1/1 totem, which is great for killing the Loot Hoarder. He is probably going to hit me directly with the Loot Hoarder. It's worth just doing the damage directly, plus he's probably going to shoot me with his hero ability for 2 damage, which means I'm going to end up taking 4 damage on this first turn, which kind of sucks. But that's okay. I do get a Stormforged Axe, which could mean I could keep the 1/1 alive. So I am going to actually use the Stormforged Axe to kill the Loot Hoarder. It does mean I take 2 more damage. I am keeping my 1/1 alive so that I can use something like Flame Tongue Totem and hopefully leverage this into more damage in the not too distant future. So I cast Spiders. Annoying. I am going to Death Lord and get some damage in. Maybe I should have killed the spiders, I'm not quite sure. Death Lord and Flame Tongue Totem is a nice combination. That'll really buff that up. Let's see what my opponent decides to do. The Death Lord is a double-edged sword. That rhymes because he can kill it with things like a Hunter's Mark. And he gets a creature for his efforts. Hopefully it's nothing good. It's a Web Spinner. Nothing great. And he still has 4 mana, so at least the Hunter's Mark is gone. He's going to hit me directly, and anything for 2? Nothing for 2, okay. Alright, so this turn I think I am going to Feral Spirits. Get these guys out there. And we will play the Flame Tongue Totem. And we will start doing some direct damage. I am going to remove one of these spiders so he can't kill my 4/3 as easily with what he has on the board, unless he gets some kind of charge. So, just buys me a little bit more time with my nice toys. Yeah. So he kills a spider, gets a beast of some sort. Hopefully it's nothing too good. Could get anything, any random beast. Doesn't have to be something from his deck, so he could get King Crush or something. Oh, that's terrible. I mean, it still leaves my taunt, but still. Terrible. Killed my Flame Tongue. I do get Ysera, which is wonderful. I'm going to take this turn as an opportunity to play Loot Hoarder, get another taunt, and deal 3 damage. Next turn I could Lothab, depending on what my opponent does. I have set him up, unfortunately, for a really good Unleash the Hounds combo. Starving Buzzard, Unleash the Hounds for excellent card draw. Instead he plays a Tundra Rhino, which is also pretty good, and kills my charge. Tundra Rhino is a pain in the ass because it's a pretty good card. The best way I have to deal with it, I think, is playing Lothab, and then I could have run all my creatures into it to kill it, which is a possibility, but instead I didn't. Unleash the Hounds is now uncastable because it's going to be 8 mana with Lothab this turn, so that's good. And that lets me play something like a Lightning Storm, potentially, this turn. Yeah, I'll definitely Lightning Storm because he just killed Lothab. Aw. He's going to kill my battleship. He's going to sink my whatever ship. But we'll Lightning Storm. And in fact, we'll play Unbound Elemental and then Lightning Storm. I probably should have cast Totem, but I think it'll be okay. Thank you. Let's see, this could have been a Wrath of Air Totem, so I could have... Nope, it's a taunt. Good enough, perfect. I can't play Ysera on the next turn, unfortunately, but I can Feral Spirits. Or I can Doomhammer. We'll see, depending on what my opponent does. He's got a lot of cards, which obviously worries me. If I can get a Rockbiter Weapon, I can Doomhammer Rockbiter Weapon and hit him for 10 damage, plus Unbound Elemental would be lethal. So Rockbiter Weapon would be very clutch, and I might actually sack the Loot Hoarder in hopes of getting that. So he gets a Tundra Rhino, which will allow him to kill my 2-1 there. He played those in the wrong order, it seems, because I think he still would have gotten charge from the Buzzard. But I'm not... Don't quote me on that. How do I want to handle this? I think I will silence that Manatide Totem. So I think I'll play the Feral Spirits. I think we'll see if we get... Well, you know, if I summon a totem, I can't play the Manatide Totem. So I am going to actually just silence that so he doesn't have charge on his minions anymore. And then I'll play the Manatide Totem. Rather him not have charge available, so... Still can't Ysera because of all of these overloads. It's a little disappointing. But I do have him down to 9 health, so that's something. And Earth Elemental is pretty damn good. He's out of Hunter's Marks, or maybe he still has 1 Hunter's Mark, I'm not quite sure. But as a hunter, he could always have freezing traps, he can always have deadly shots, and any other number of possibilities that could take out a big creature like Earth Elemental, so I shouldn't get too reliant on having that in my hand. Not to mention that will overload me with 3 mana. Both of these will prevent me from playing Ysera. I basically have to take a turn of now playing these guys in order to play Ysera. That sucks. And Unleash the Hounds, at least it's not a Buzzard Unleash the Hounds combo. He can still do some damage, and he doesn't have a Wolf, which is also great. So he'll still be able to get through. Won't be able to kill my Manatide Totem on this turn, which is good. He can injure it. Just to be a jerk. Lightning Bolt for 3 is good. So I'm thinking Earth Elemental. Buff this guy up. Lightning Bolt on this thing. Buff this guy up. Summon a Totem. Again, did that in kind of the wrong order, but it didn't matter at that point. It didn't matter if I had the Wrath of Air Totem or not. Because I was going to do 3 damage. I only needed to do 3 damage. So we couldn't get through to do any damage this turn, but we did get some good creatures out on the board. We have Taunts, got an extra card. It wasn't the Rockbiter Weapon I was looking for. Oh well. Let's see, Baron Rivendare, that's pretty cool. Fun card. With Sylvanas. All good stuff except without Taunt, I'm afraid this is the end of the line. So Sylvanas is pretty good with Baron Rivendare, but it's a fun combo. Unfortunately, it doesn't help if you don't have Taunt and a way for me to hit Sylvanas. And I'm not just going to run into Sylvanas out of the blue. That would be kind of silly. Let's play one more. That was fun. I didn't even pay attention on the dailies to see how I was doing. I don't know how many I need to win, but anyways, we're gonna keep playing because it's fun and I like this deck. And now we're playing against the priest, my most mortalist of enemies. Loot Hoarder, Loathab, Unbound Elemental, Rockbiter Weapon. You know, Loathab's not terrible against the priest for turn 5, so I'll keep it. It's not great. Rockbiter Weapon I'm keeping to kill Northshire Clerics if I can. So if he turn 1 Northshire Cleric, I can Rockbiter. If he doesn't, I'm going to save the Rockbiter weapons for something like a Doomhammer, where I can then buff myself up to have, if I can play both of them, I would have 8 times 2, and I could do 16 damage. I am going to play the Loot Hoarder since my opponent hasn't played any creatures yet. And see what happens. But if I need to kill a Northshire Cleric, I will. Injured Blade Master, kind of annoying. I need to kill it, otherwise it can get out of control. So I will use a Rockbiter weapon here. Take 4 damage, but kill the Blade Master. Summon a totem, and move on. So I'm setting myself up to play Unbound Elemental, Feral Spirits eventually, hopefully. Although I could coin Loathab, which isn't bad. And now at least he won't be able to... Yeah. If I coin Loathab, he won't be able to do much with it. Alternatively, I could let this thing grow out of control and hex it, which seems plausible. I can't do that, though, and do that. Coining Loathab is not wonderful. Here, if I coin Loathab, it just dies to that, and that's not a great trade. So I am going to hex here. As much as I wanted to see him buff the thing up and try to waste some buffs, I could have just not done anything for a turn, or see if I could summon a totem, good totem for it. But Earthshock is going to be great in this situation, so what we'll do is play Loathab. He can't kill Loathab this turn. Then next turn I can Earthshock on this guy. I'm assuming he's going to kill my 1/1, get this to buff up, then either heal it or just leave it be. In either case, yeah, Earthshock will be crucial in this situation. So, and I might be able to kill with Loathab depending on whom he decides to kill and how much he decides to heal it for. I hope he spends mana. Nope. Another injured Blade Master. That's slightly annoying. And he hits me directly. Interesting stuff. So what's the best way to take care of it? I definitely want to kill the injured Blade Master. I definitely want to kill that. I'm thinking we play Unbound Elemental. That takes me down to 3. Then we Stormforge Axe. That buffs up the Elemental. Then if I Earthshock this takes it down to 6. I can run Loathab and this into it. And then I can run myself and the Loot Hoarder into that. It's not the best plan, but it's not the worst plan. Alternatively, no, I can't do much else. I was going to try to coin into something clever, but I don't think I can. So that's down to 6, so we run this and this into that. We run ourselves and our Loot Hoarder into the Blade Master. We get a card, not the best card, not the worst card, and we move on. So I hope he doesn't have Shadow Word Pain or Shadow Word Death. Either one would be pretty bad for me. He has Holy Nova, which is not terrible actually. And Holy Smite, which just kills my Loathab, which is fine. Mind Vision gets him a card from my deck. I don't have that many great cards, so that's okay. At least not right now. We are gonna Feral Spirit. We're gonna summon a totem. This gets it to a 4/4, which is actually the ideal place where I would like to keep this thing. And a healing totem, which is great. And I guess I'm gonna keep my weapon. No point right now. So I'd rather keep this at a 4, whatever, because... Oh, crap. That's pretty good. Actually, not a lot of people run Mass Dispel. He gets a Shield Bear, which I don't think is mine because it's golden. And he's going to make that into a 4/4, which is very annoying.
Is someone injured?
And he pulls out a Cleric. So, how am I going to handle this? Well, I could see if I can get a Wrath of Air Totem and Lightning Storm. Not a terrible idea. I do not. So I can still Lightning Storm and just run some creatures in there, which I think is a good play. I'll have to run one of these guys in. It's fine. Run the rest in. I didn't want to run myself in. I'll hit him directly. He's running out of cards. Yeah, I don't have any great creatures right now. All my best creatures are somewhere in here. So the Earth Elemental, the Fire Elementals, the Ysera. But I do have a bunch of spells for control and a Shield Bearer. So I wonder what card he got from me. Could be a Rockbiter Weapon, could have been a Nurse Shock, could have been the coin, could have been a Shield Bearer. I'm not sure if I had Feral Spirits at that moment. That Mass Dispel, though, really does ruin my plans quite a bit. Not too many people run Mass Dispels, simply because it's a lot of mana and it's kind of situational. Prophet Valen is really annoying. He just doubled his healing. And just doubled his health, making it almost impossible for me to kill, but I can Earth Shock and silence it and put a stop to that. It's still a 7/7, which is still really, really annoying. I should have summoned the totem first. Thanks, I guess. I'm just gonna run in for damage. So what am I gonna do about this? I'm not quite sure. Lightwell, I'm gonna have to kill, because that's gonna unfortunately heal him and his other stuff. And Voodoo Doctor I will probably kill with my 1/1. So I can keep that Prophet Velen away from me. Let's do this first. We'll kill the Lightwell. Well, no, we'll kill the Doctor and then we'll kill the Lightwell. Probably most of the stuff that we have on the board. Yes. Then I think we'll play the... We can play the Shield Bearer or we can play Feral Spirits. Either or. Really. Doesn't matter. It's almost too many cards. And then we'll do 3 damage to that thing. So on the following turn I could kill it with crap I have on the board. So he gets 2 cards from me. Hopefully it's nothing good. Manatide Totem stinks because it's a great card. And a Flame Tongue Totem is also a great card. So kind of stinks that those are the ones that he got. But luckily it's down to 3 life. So we will run stuff into it. Make sure that it is dead. We will run stuff into this to make sure that that is dead. We will make sure that this is dead, but we'll do it the old-fashioned way of using a Fire Elemental. We'll summon ourselves a Totem, and we'll hit him for 6. Wrath of Air, good. Good enough. So 2 Fire Elementals. Even if he takes control with one of them, using Mind Control, nope, Shadow or Death. That's fine. And he heals himself. I still have 10 damage out on the board, plus Rockbiter Weapon. So we can end this. Rockbiter Weapon on you for 9, and then any one of these for 2. And that is a GG. That was fun. Gorilla, the Priest. So what's my daily challenge there? Does it say? No, it doesn't say. Am I doing the wrong daily challenge? Yeah, Paladin or Priest. Well, that explains that. I'm doing the wrong one. I'm just playing as a Shaman. Alright, fine. No daily challenge. Whatever. I'm having fun playing as a Shaman. Hell, let's do one more quick game and see how it goes. Because it's a lot of fun. I like this deck a lot. I can adjust this deck a bit. I mean, the right thing to do would probably be to take out Ysera. As fun as Ysera is, it's just not that good when it's 9 mana cost. Okay, so seeing how we're going up against what is probably I gotta keep the 2 mana card. I'm trying to get Lightning Storm here. Earth Shock's okay. Fire Elemental does me absolutely no good. So I was really hoping for a Lightning Storm right when I need it. So seeing how it's a 9 mana card and it usually gets either silenced or hexed, or I mean it gets killed in some horrible way, I think it would be in my best interest not to run Ysera and instead to run something like a Karen Bloodhoof. Even a Sylvanas would be probably better than Ysera at this point. I also just got, well, no, I run some of the next cards. I didn't get any new legendaries, so of course this is a, do I want to overload here? Or do I want to play a totem? No, I'll just, yeah, you know what, screw it, we'll play a totem this turn. That stinks. I was hoping for Wrath of Air totem so that my Earth Shock could do more damage and I could kill stuff like Knife Jugglers. Alright, well, we'll Lightning Bolt the Knife Juggler and we'll play our Loot Hoarder. Lightning Bolt in that, so that's not a thing. And move on for now. Alright, so what was I saying? Yeah, Lightning Storm would be really good right about now. Mortal Coil stinks because it gets my opponent a card. It gets me a card, but still. This could be good to shut down my opponent is doing for a little while. That is not good. So I could summon a totem just to see if I get anything good. Wrath of Air means I can silence and kill one of these, or I can Lightning Bolt. This is a Zoo deck, so he's not going to buff that much. He's not going to have anything too crazy. So you know what? I'm going to save the Lightning Bolt because it's going to do slightly more damage and use my silence on that. Next turn, I could Earth Elemental or I could Doom Hammer. Or I can summon another totem and use Flame Tongue Totem to kill his taunt there. Acolyte of Pain. Kind of wish I saved the silence for that. This will work, I think. This will work better. I'll Death Lord. We'll do that. And we still get to keep our Wrath of Air totem, plus now we have a 4/8. He can and probably will kill that with Shadow Bolts, Shadow Flames, Soulfires, anything like that, but at least it'll cost him some cards to do. And now I have a Fire Elemental on the following turn that I can play, because I didn't cast any cards that gave me Overload. So my opponent is leading me in card draw, of course. He's a Warlock, so it's to be expected. However, I'm doing pretty well otherwise on board control. And he's thinking. Mr. Zenith the Warlock Princess. Or is that Xena the Warrior Princess? I don't know. Hercules the racist prince? I don't know. Kevin Sorbo apparently has gone off the deep end and spouting racism all over the internet, so there's that going on. He's going to kill the Flame Tongue Totem. Loses the coin. Of all the things to lose, that's actually not terrible. Alright, so, and he does good damage. Gets a card. Good for him. Let's go ahead and Lightning Bolt the crap out of this. As much as I'd like to keep that alive. Yeah. I hate to give him a card, but we'll do it. Unfortunately, next turn I'm only going to have 4 mana. So hopefully I draw something, but if he puts out something really shitty, I can hex it. So I doubt it. He might throw down something like... Nope, he's going to play Imp Master. I was going to say something like a... oh, what the hell is it called? Whatever. I forget. Doesn't matter. Do I want to hex any of this? Not particularly. Let's just kill the Imp Master here. Maybe I will hex this guy. This could be a dumb move, but keeps this alive for another turn. Lets me play stuff like Earth Elemental. Abusive Sergeant. It's fine. Another Abusive Sergeant, oh jeez. Okay, well played. Good job. And you get an Argent Squire. And a Harvest Golem. So, he's ramping up to something. While I have the health, what I think I'm going to do is play the Earth Elemental. Not the Earth Elemental, the Fire Elemental, and kill this thing. We're going to play our Shield Bearer and kill both Abusive Sergeants. I doubt he has any ways of bouncing him back into his hand, but just in case, let's just put a stop to that right now. Next turn, Ysera. So, how many cards is he? Up to 13. So he's outdrawn me by 5 cards, which makes me happy. Of course, doesn't really matter if he wins, so I gotta make sure that I can not only keep up, but win. Oh, that's pain, but at least I can kill that with my Elemental there. Another Argent Squire. Another Fire Elemental. Well, I'll be. We are gonna kill this thing. That's a definite good trade, sir. Yeah. Yes, Sarah. And yeah, we'll work towards clearing out his board. Make sure these guys don't get buffed up, or if they do, whatever. Yeah, Laughing Sister, all good times. So, I mean, I'm gonna get... Now I get cards consistently. He shouldn't have a good way of removing something that has 12 health. So he's gonna probably try to damage me directly through stuff like that. And that's fine. I'm gonna just try to maintain board control with what I have. It's gonna actually... It's probably the wrong move, but... whatever. Alright, so what I can do is play one of these guys, kill one of those, and play the Laughing Sister. Right now it's about getting as many cards out on the board as I can. And I think I'll start doing damage directly to my opponent because I think I can outdamage him. Play another Laughing Sister on the next turn. I can play the Earth Elemental. So this is turning out pretty good. That 0-4 is very useful because that absorbs a chunk of damage. And I have 10-13 on the board right now. Not enough damage, mind you. He's going to try to kill that thing. Well, I mean, good job. Worked. Still kind of annoying that it worked. Life tap. So he's got a full board. The Lightning Storm would be beautiful right about now. I don't know if I can get it, but it would be beautiful. Rockbiter Weapon is not the Lightning Storm that I was hoping for. So we'll play Earth Elemental, we'll play another Laughing Sister. And I guess for now I can summon a Totem. So we'll run the Laughing Sister into this. I'm going to kill this first with Ysera, and we'll summon a Totem. Maybe it's a taunt. It is. So that buys me a little bit of breathing room as well. I can bounce this back, so it's not as big of a pain, but he has to go through my taunt anyway, so that's going to be a bit tricky. He's going to life tap for more cards. This is, I was saying I should remove Ysera, but this is really where Ysera is going to shine for me. So, oh, that's annoying. So I'll be able to go through my taunt here, unfortunately, but that's okay. I can Laughing Sister and kill this thing off of one of my Laughing Sisters. Come on. Power Overwhelming too. 8/8. Yeah, it's annoying because he's going to do a bunch of damage to my face. There it is. So let's do this. I can't Laughing Sister on that thing. Of course I can't. I gotta remember this. Wrath of Air Totem, perfect. Exactly what I wanted. Let's clear out the board. Bam. Run a Laughing Sister in. Hit him. Hit him. And hope, against hope, that he doesn't have a way to deal 7 damage this next turn. Soulfire for 4. Not another Soulfire. Good. Got rid of Power Overwhelming. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Don't do it. Okay. Good. Alright, that's well played. GG. I'm gonna be a dick and just kill that thing. Seven and 3. And that is game. Alright, so as much as I was ragging on getting rid of Ysera, it really pulled through that time. That was a lot of fun. So with that, folks, I am going to put a break in this video. If you enjoyed this episode, please leave a like. It helps me out a whole bunch. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. Get updates whenever I post new stuff. And as always, my name is Leducium. I appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate you guys tuning in. And I'll see you guys next time. Later.